Hello, I'm Robert Mink, Senior National Project Manager at SmartSource, joining you from Orlando and here to talk to you about how we offer a number of turnkey solutions in addition to all the technical support you may need for a high quality broadcast grade virtual experience. As we continue to navigate the challenges of this pandemic, our team at SmartSource has been working nonstop to facilitate our clients' needs in this changing market. Shortly, I will be introducing some of our team that has been hard at work on those offerings. With social distancing, we are all joining from various locations, even producing the showcase remotely. For instance, here's my team in the Orlando office. Hey, Orlando. Now, I'd like to welcome in Robert Edwards, our Manager of Event Management Solutions based in North Carolina, and one of our solutions architects, David Swift, based in Missouri. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Rob.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. To start off, I'd like to ask Dave to talk about our capabilities surrounding equipment and services. So, Dave, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, thank you, Rob. First, I'm going to talk about our overall process, and then we'll talk a little bit about equipment. Now, of course, the very first step we take is to discuss your event goals and your desired audience experience. And once we fully understand your vision, we can then construct a comprehensive solution that will achieve your goals. This is all done to ensure a positive experience, not only for the presenters, but also for the audience. And then finally, we'll determine, working together, which streaming platform makes the most sense. Now, there are many delivery platforms currently available in the marketplace, and many of them have the same capabilities. But what we want to ensure is that the platform selection serves your needs as opposed to the other way around. Now, once we have the content and delivery platform determined, we move on to planning and deployment. Of course, the first thing we do there is to assign your production and deployment team. Now, this team will work side by side with you through every step of the pre-production process, including queuing, hardware deployment, registration, and even presenter coaching, just to name a few. And this is all done so that planners and presenters can be focused on their content and not on the technology. Now, speaking of technology, let's talk a little bit about equipment. As you can imagine, our clients have online event needs that range from very simple to very complex. And in order to support this broad spectrum of needs, we offer a few different services. We have a studio location in Chicago with multiple scenic options and even enough space for a small socially distanced live audience. And we can also provide remote production control at either your location or another of our locations if coming into a studio space isn't possible. And finally, we have our web presentation kits for your remote presenters. An important part of providing great virtual content is having consistency in video, audio, and lighting. And our web presentation kits provide that consistency in an affordable package that can be shipped directly to the presenters. And regardless of which package is requested, we provide remote tech support and get them set up and calibrated so that your remote presenters can focus on giving their best presentation. So you can focus on your content and we'll focus on the technology. Now, another key aspect to effective virtual events is audience engagement. Now, our teammate Robert Edwards is going to share some guidance here on that subject. Robert?
Thanks, David. One of the things that is important for everyone to remember is that even in a virtual environment, you can still create an atmosphere in which your audience can take part. The audience will still be able to engage with the speaker or the panel in a similar way as if they were right there in the audience live. There are many ways that this can be done via chat, Q&A, and other interaction tools that are available. Some may be asking, what if you can do live polling? Now that is a little complicated, but the answer is yes. When you do this, you need to remember that you are in a virtual environment and you may need to let the polling go on a little bit longer than you typically would have. Now you may be asking yourself why. While there may be a little bit of a delay, you will need to account for when using these interaction tools. When you are doing a broadcast, some platforms allow for a delay. This allows for unforeseen interruptions and gives you a way to break away and get back to your host. So with that, let me toss it back to you, Rob.
Thanks, guys. Since we are talking about customer engagement, we should address two of the top questions that we have received from our clients. So I'm going to bring our panel back up. For Dave, you mentioned the Chicago studio and providing remote studio services. How are you providing those services within the current COVID-19 restrictions?
Well, that's a very timely question. Of course, our priority above all else is to protect the health and safety of our customers and employees. And in service of that, we will continue to adhere to all federal, state, and local rules and regulations. And as they are continually adjusted throughout the course of this pandemic. We'll continue to base our personnel and locale decisions upon those standards. Of course, we're all very much looking forward to the time when these considerations won't be necessary. But again, until then, the safety of our customers and employees is paramount to us.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks, Dave. And then for Robert, you talked about the virtual environment. What do clients need to provide us when sourcing this type of solution?
Yeah, that's a great question, Rob. So the first thing that we want to understand is what is your vision and what are your goals? Once we have that, that kind of gives us a good idea of where, you're looking to go here. And from there, a couple of the questions that we're going to be asking is, what is the number of virtual attendees that you think you're going to have? How many presenters do you want to have present? Do you need interaction tools? Do you need polling, chat, Q&A, rating sessions, things like that? But then again, we also need to understand, do you want this to be a live stream? Do you want to do some pre-recorded? Or do you want to have a mixture of both? This all allows us to kind of take that information in and find the right solution that fits within your vision and your goals to provide you a complex solution.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Dave. Thanks, Robert. This has been very insightful. Here at SmartSource, we look forward to discussing your current needs as we continue to adapt our solutions to the world's ever-changing environment. As a matter of fact, we're confident that virtual and hybrid solutions that we've discussed today will become key elements alongside in-person meetings moving forward. We're here for you now, and we'll still be here for you when in-person meetings resume. So thank you for joining us. We look forward to discussing your options with you and your team soon. Visit us at smartsourcerentals.com for more information.